Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 6 of MyGM Mode here on WWE 2k22. And we have a big episode in store because it is WrestleMania Backlash, our very first pay-per-view here in MyGM Mode. As you can see, we are SmackDown. And I think I've put together a pretty solid show. I hope you guys are excited for this one. It's going to be a little bit longer just because there are 4 matches on the card. So I hope you're excited. If you are, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below because there's a lot of good content coming. I mean, we had Worlds Collide yesterday premiere. We got this big episode today, and then later in the week we got Hell in a Cell to premiere. So it's a big week here for wrestling content on the channel. Hope you guys are ready. Drop that subscribe if you want more of it. But we are SmackDown. It is time for our first pay-per-view, and as you can see, we are a little behind Raw as of right now in terms of fans. But I think I put together a lot on the card, and I've kind of gone all in with some of the bonuses for today. I spent a little bit of cash on this show, so let me guys show you what is going to happen. Now, first is the show logistics. I did want to highlight this because we are in the WrestleMania Backlash arena. I don't know why I didn't have that clicked a second ago. That would have been crazy if we had a pay-per-view in a gym, but we are at the WrestleMania Backlash. Also, I spent some on the stage crew as well as lightings, effects, and a viral campaign. I really want this show to do good for us, so I'm spending a lot of money on some advertisements and stuff. But what is the official show? Well, we're going to start off with a tables match. Apollo Crews versus Randy Orton. They've kind of gone back and forth here in the series, and I want to get them on the card. And one of my journal things is Apollo Crews wants a grudge match against Randy Orton, so we are going to give it to him. And it is a pay-per-view bonus for a tables match, so I thought why not throw it on this matchup. So we'll see Apollo Crews and Randy Orton in a tables match. We'll also see a self-promo for Sasha Banks. She's not on the show, and she's lost quite a few matches here already in the series. I think she's 0-2, so just kind of a promo. Let her talk about what's been going wrong for her, as well as get her on the card. She still is one of our bigger time popularity superstars, so I want to make sure she makes it. Then in the mid-card, we got Big E and Finn Balor, 2 guys that, you know, if you don't count the 2 in the main event, probably the next 2 top guys that we have. So I wanted to get them on the card. Plus, they have good, like, trends or, you know, styles that clash, and they're face and heel. So I thought they would be a good one to have. Also, Montez Ford's going to go for a self-promo. That was one of the goals from Triple H, was to basically get him on the card. So he's going to do a self-promo. Then we're going to have the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Charlotte Flair versus Natalya for that title. And then hopefully, I'm hoping that Charlotte Flair wins, because right afterwards, Toni Storm is going to call out Charlotte Flair. So that'll hopefully set up in the next chapter in the Women's Championship rivalry. And then our main event is going to be Kofi Kingston defending against Roman Reigns, who is a little hurt going into this match, it looks like. Hopefully it doesn't hurt us. But I think it's a pretty solid card. We'll go ahead and book it and see what happens. All right, now it's time for the actual show here. WrestleMania Backlash live in Phoenix, Arizona. The first match on the card for us tonight, Apollo Crews versus Randy Orton in a tables match. This should be a good one. These two have gone back and forth. Orton actually holds a singles victory over Apollo Crews, which, you know, Apollo Crews not very happy about that. And it's also a very interesting dynamic because technically Orton is the bad guy in this match and Apollo Crews is the good guy. I think they probably should be on other ends of the spectrum, but we're not really going to worry too much about that. But Crews wants some payback, and he wants it in a grudge match because Orton also did cost Apollo Crews a match last week in the last episode. So Crews, he called for it. He wanted this matchup. We booked it, and might as well make it a tables match. Allow some bad blood and some wood to be used because, you know, who doesn't love a good table? So the first superstar to get put through a table will be the loser, and the person who puts them through the table will be the winner. But Apollo Crews is a tough task in front of him because it is one of the greatest in Randy Orton, who makes his way to the ring. Very impressive. One of our top stars, still on the brand regardless if he's fighting for the title. And I'm always happy to get Orton on the card because, I mean, why not? He's going to add some to the show. And we'll see if he can pick up a victory over Apollo Crews here tonight, as Orton makes his way to the ring in Phoenix. Been pretty good so far. I don't think he's lost in MyGM Mode yet, which means a win here tonight could do big things for Orton. So get ready for this contest. So it's a tables match. Apollo Crews versus Randy Orton, the opener as well on the pay-per-view, and we are live. First one to put their opponent through a table will be victorious. The opening contest hopefully this gets our show off to a good start as Apollo Crews in some trouble early as Randy Orton gets the upper hand in a couple of crossface across Crews. And Randy slithers out to the outside quickly, and it looks like he's already introducing a table into the equation. So Orton not wasting any time as the first weapon has been introduced, and Crews is going to pick it up, but Orton will not let him, and hits the signature backbreaker on Apollo Crews. And now a couple of right-hand shots from above on the Nigerian competitor. Well, Orton, he's looked very good in the series so far. I mean, a win here tonight against Apollo Crews would pretty much put an end to this small rivalry and maybe move Orton up the card. You know, Orton is a multi-time world champion. I'm assuming he'd love to get back to that point. So if Orton wins here tonight and Kofi Kingston wins in our main event, retains the championship, maybe Orton is the next competitor in line. I think he definitely has the pedigree and he has the wins to his name, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Apollo Crews with a nice maneuver there on Orton. He'd love to even up the matchup in this rivalry. Now it's a nice frog splash as Apollo Crews looking to get some offense in on his competitor. And another standing moonsault. This time he does miss. Orton does roll out of the way, but Apollo Crews, very good athleticism. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's got the quickness, he's got the power. Apollo Crews has it all. He just needs to put it all together. And I think very talented performer. Maybe tapping into this Nigerian background that he has might click for him, as right now he is working on Randy Orton. But a big win, or a win here for tonight for Apollo Crews would go a long way in his longevity, as now he's looking good against Orton. It looks like Apollo Crews is going to make his way over to the table. He's going to prop it up maybe in the corner. So we'll have to see what Apollo Crews has in mind, as he deadlifts Orton from the mat and slams him back down to a nice bit of power display there from Crews, a former United States, former Intercontinental Champion, taking it to the Viper. Now Crews going to whip Orton into the corner. This is where you not want to be. Back to the table as Crews gets Orton up. Is he thinking it? Yes, he puts him through the table. Apollo Crews, just like that, wins the match. Well, that was quick. Apollo Crews is your victor. He puts Orton through the table with a statement. Watch this again. Powerbomb through the wood goes Orton. Apollo Crews gets his revenge here tonight. You can see all smiles, but we'll have to see if what that will lead to. Is now technically both superstars are at one apiece in this rivalry. Maybe it continues, maybe it doesn't, but nonetheless, Apollo Crews gets a huge win here on the pay-per-view. And that gives us a 2-star. It's a mediocre performance. The rivalry does grow, but I do think maybe this match going a little longer might have helped us out in that regard. So now time for the self-promo for Sasha Banks, and she gets an excellent promo rating, a +5 as well. That's good that we could throw the boss out there to get that rating. And now time for Big E versus Finn Balor. So our second contest is one that could also have implications on the Universal Championship picture, and it's Big E making his way to the ring, one half of the New Day currently here on the SmackDown roster, as Big E has been involved with a little bit of conflict between him and Finn Balor. No really just full-blown yet. This rivalry is still in its early stages, but you know, they put him on the pay-per-view card. They're kind of the next level. This could be now another match that could go a long way and figure out who could challenge for the championship post pay-per-view, as the Prince makes his way to the ring. Finn Balor, the very first ever Universal Championship, would love to get that title back. Only held it for one day, did Finn Balor, and a win here tonight could get him closer to that stage. As you know, he would love to win the title back. Has a chance here tonight to pick up a huge win over a fellow rival. That was match 2 on the card. Big E versus Finn Balor. We are ready to go. This one, a traditional wrestling match, as it has started, and both superstars go to the center of the ring. A very good clash of styles. We saw the Bruiser versus the Striker, the big man, and Big E versus the much smaller Finn Balor. That's what Big E is going to use in this match. He's going to use his power game to his advantage, while Finn Balor, on the other hand, is going to probably use his quickness, look to use that agility. And they're also on different sides of the face-heel spectrum. So Big E is currently a face, Finn Balor is currently a heel, and I do think that could also help propel this rivalry. as now Finn Balor gets the early hand. Well, Finn Balor done pretty solid in this series. He hasn't had a match against Kofi just yet. He's been involved in a tag team match that Roman Reigns got involved in. But I think Finn Balor, a win here tonight, he could be the next in line. I mean, whoever wins this match, this could be a de facto #1 contenders match for the Universal Championship. While Big E, on the other hand, gets met with a nice kick to the face there from Finn Balor. But, I mean, if Big E wins and Kofi Kingston wins in our main event, wouldn't it be very interesting to see a Kofi Kingston versus Big E clash for the Universal Championship, as New Day members would collide? But Finn Balor got something to say about that. Tries to go for a pinfall there on Big E, but doesn't even get a 1 count. Finn Balor goes for the stomp, does miss. Big E rolls out the way, quickly back to his feet. Whips Finn into the corner. Is going to meet him there. Nice strike. And has Finn Balor set up. And another splash into the corner. Finn a little bit down on his feet right now. And then from behind, Big E slams down Finn Balor. So Big E looking pretty good in the early going, as he misses, though, a big splash right as I say that. As it seems like both superstars have been pretty even to this point. But Big E, once again, going to that power game, just lifts up Finn Balor, gorilla press slam into the mat, and then goes for a cover here, gets 2. But Finn kicks out at 2. Well, Big E's been to the mountaintop before. Won the WWE Championship after winning Money in the Bank. Lost that title at day 1. So he'd like to get back to the mountaintop. And, well, his opponent tonight, Finn Balor, also been to the mountaintop. So both of these superstars looking to get back to it. As Big E with a nice belly-to-belly throw over the head, Finn Balor goes. And Big E starting to take control of this contest, starting to let that power game go to his advantage. As he drags Finn Balor to the center of the ring. Is he going to hit the ropes? Maybe look for that big-time splash. And he hits it. Nice turn in midair as well. The agility is something that goes to, well, overlooked here with Big E, as he gets 2. Almost gets the 3 there on Finn Balor. As Balor is in a little bit of trouble, though. Big E starting to gain some momentum. Maybe thinking big ending here. He's going to put him up on his shoulders. Yes, connects with a big ending. Finn Balor to the mat. This to win. Gets 2 and 3. He does beat Finn Balor. Big E is your winner. A pretty definitive match. Had a couple of quick ones here on the pay-per-view, but Big E emerges victorious over Finn Balor. And Big E looked mightily impressive getting the victory. Didn't really falter too much, as Big E gets to celebrate in front of Phoenix. This match was a 2-star as well, so we've had 2 mediocre matches. Fortunately, they haven't gone long. I think that would help us, as both have just kind of gotten put away quickly. But we do have the 2 championship matches, so maybe that could help our show as well. Before we get to the championship matches, Montez Ford a chance to cut a self-promo, and he did okay. So he did get a promo effect of +1, and we did accomplish the commissioner goal, so we will get another power card for that. But now it's time for the championship matches, starting off with Natalya versus Charlotte Flair. So the championships will be put on the line here in the next 2 matches, starting off with the SmackDown Women's Championship and introducing the challenger, making her way to the ring at Natalya, who picked up a big win to get to this spot. Natalya knocked off Sasha Banks in the third episode of the series in a #1 contenders match, where you could say she pulled off an upset. I thought Natalya was going to lose to Sasha Banks in that encounter, but Natalya picked up the win, and she's got herself an opportunity to win gold again here tonight. But she's got to get it done against the Queen, the Opportunity, whatever you want to call her, Charlotte Flair. But one thing you have to call her is SmackDown Women's Champion. She makes her way to the ring, the gold around the waist, and it's been there for a long time. A lot of part of her career. Charlotte Flair, one of the most, if not the most decorated performer in women's history. Looked very good here. She had a win last episode against Toni Storm to get ready for this contest. Almost lost against Toni Storm, but that's why she is the champ. She bounced back and ended up winning that matchup. A little bit of prep here for Natalya here tonight, as we'll have to see if Charlotte Flair can get it done, as she gets all the pyro because she is the champion. But let's head down to the ring now and get ready for the 3rd match of the night, the first championship match, the SmackDown Women's Championship for the first time in my GM mode is going to be on the line here in this one as we get the championship introductions. And there's the challenger herself, Natalya. She's been here before. She would love to do it again. She gets the energy from the fans, while Charlotte Flair, on the other hand, doesn't really care much about the fans. The only thing she cares about is that on her right shoulder, the SmackDown Women's Championship. And we'll see if she can notch a successful title defense here tonight, the first title defense here in the series. And hopefully this one will be a pretty good one that can help out our show. But it's time, the gold being turned over, and we have the SmackDown Women's Championship on the line. Natalya gets a look at the gold, and that is what it's all about. Big time matchup here. The fans on their feet, ready for this one. SmackDown Women's Championship, Natalya the challenger, Charlotte Flair the champion, and here we go. Third match of the night kicks off now. Quickly, Natalya looks to get some advantage. It's a nice German suplex there on the champion. Nice move there by Natalya, who's looked very impressive coming into this contest. We talked about it. She beat Sasha Banks to get this opportunity in what I would have considered an upset. I thought Sasha Banks was going to win that matchup, but instead Natalya came out on the winning end, and she was able to emerge victorious, as looking to take that momentum to the championship. While Charlotte Flair, on the other hand, she has been the champion. She's knocked a couple of wins. She has won over Toni Storm. In the last episode, she knocked off Dakota Kai. Excuse me. I said earlier she knocked off Toni Storm last episode. She actually beat Dakota Kai, so I do apologize for that quick mistake. But Charlotte Flair got taken to the limit by Kai, was able to emerge victorious, though, and ready for this matchup, as she requested the tune-up match, and then now trying to take it to Natalya. Charlotte Flair says she's at the top of her game, and it's hard to argue when you are the SmackDown Women's Champion, as right now in control of the challenger, as these two have some classic battles in the past. As Charlotte Flair, though, quickly to the top rope. She's going to turn around, maybe thinking moonsault. She does. Connects with a moonsault down on Natalya. Charlotte in control of this matchup, and she continues to work away on the challenger. These two have had battles in the past. You look at the last names, just family legacies. Flair and Hart, they have been rivals for decades. So the next chapter in that family rivalry goes on here tonight. As it's fighting for a lot. You're fighting for your family legacy. You're fighting for the championship above all else. And you're just fighting for bragging rights as well. These two superstars just don't like each other, and they would love to get a victory over the other, as Charlotte Flair right in front of the fans. You can see the fans getting all up in her face. And Charlotte Flair just almost arrogantly just brushing off Natalya, who just gets into the ring trying to get a little bit of separation between her and the champion, but Flair will follow, and Flair will quickly dump Natalya back to the apron. Has her lined up, shot to the face there, and then from behind, thinking back suplex, yes, onto the apron goes Natalya, as Charlotte Flair starting to look dominant in this contest. Whips down the arm of Natalya, and then hitting the Flair strut once again right in front of the fans, showing that she is a Flair, and if you're going to do it with Flair. And she drives Natalya into the mat. Natalya had a good opening couple of moments, but hasn't been able to get back into this contest. Charlotte Flair have been pretty dominant since getting hit with that opening German suplex. As Natalya on the outside. Ref not counting this one. Looks like no countouts in this championship encounter. You got to beat the other one by pinfall or submission. And Natalya gets back up to a knee. Charlotte Flair going to let her get back in the ring. And Natalya answers a quick chop, kick, backs up the champion. Natalya trying to get some momentum here, trying to fight. Got the crowd behind her, hits another nice German suplex, and down goes the champion. Natalya trying to get fired back up, trying to rally with the WWE Universe. Knocks back Charlotte Flair to the mat, trying to win another Women's Championship. She is a former SmackDown Women's Champion. She would love to win it a second time, and she's taking it here now to Charlotte Flair, and this is the offense that Natalya's been looking for. Trying to get back in this contest. She is getting fired up, and Charlotte Flair in a little bit of trouble here. As Natalya walks over her competitor, another kick, and she's had the champion grounded now. Flair can't seem to get off the mat, but right as I say that, catches the kick, and it's a nice dragon screw leg whip, and down goes the challenger. Back to their feet. Big boot. Charlotte Flair takes down Natalya. A huge boot to the face. We've seen that one put away numerous superstars in the past. So Natalya in a little bit of trouble here. As there's a pin now. Attempt from Charlotte Flair, but Natalya does get a boot underneath the rope, so she will stay alive in this contest. That'll allow Charlotte Flair, though. She will drag her opponent away from the ropes. Maybe thinking submission. Yes, she's going to lock in that figure 8. Natalya in some trouble. Can she bridge? Yes, she will. The figure 8 locked in on Natalya. Close to the ropes, but can Natalya get there? She's trying to fight it. The pain, the pressure on the legs. Natalya, will she submit? No, she will not. She will get out of the hold. But Charlotte Flair has the damage been done. Going to go for the cover here. Gets 1, gets 2. But no, Natalya does get the shoulder up. So the challenger stays alive. Charlotte Flair thought she had victory there. But doesn't look like it's bothering her too much. She gets another Flair strut in the ring. See Natalya holding those left knees in a lot of pain. And Charlotte letting the fans know. Now almost taking a bow. She thinks she has this match won. And now she's going to go back to it. Continue to work away on the legs of the challenger. Another Flair strut. I mean, Charlotte Flair with all the confidence in the world right now. And Natalya hasn't even been able to get off the mat. I don't even know if she can walk after the figure 8 was applied. Looks like Charlotte Flair will help her get to her feet, though. And actually a discus clothesline out of nowhere. Natalya connects. Flair went for a slap. Natalya beat her to the punch. And now Natalya dragging Charlotte Flair away from the ropes. Could she be thinking sharpshooter? Goes in. Gonna lock it in. Turn her over. Yes, she does. Now Charlotte Flair in the sharpshooter in the center of the ring. Nowhere for Flair to go. Will she tap out? Will we crown a new women's champion? No, she'll flip through and kick her off. But man, Charlotte Flair maybe a little bit too cocky. Gave an opening, and Natalya answered with a sharpshooter, but was it enough? Was enough damage applied? Charlotte Flair got that one pretty quickly, but Natalya on the offense still. Nice belly-to-belly suplex there on the champion. Maybe looking for a pin here, trying to drag her away from the ropes. She will go for it now. Forearm across the face of the champion. Gets 1, gets 2, but Charlotte Flair kicks out and stays alive in this contest. Well, I thought Natalya was done for, but she's quickly got back into this matchup, and now she's in firm control as now she whips Charlotte Flair down, holds on to the leg, and works away. Sharpshooter versus figure 8. What will get it done? As both superstars have already been in the signature submission of the other, but I think whoever locks in a second time could walk away the victor. Yes, you got out of it once, but can you take the pain and the punishment of another one of those maneuvers, whether it be the sharpshooter or the figure 8? And Natalya trying to work towards that position. Has the left arm of Flair in the ropes, kick to the midsection, takes her down to the mat, and continues to work away on the champion. Natalya could be closing in, goes for a chin lock here, but Flair is close to the ropes. I don't think she quite realizes it. Doesn't think a leg out would get her to that position. Instead, Charlotte Flair will fight out of it. Quickly back to her feet. But Natalya takes her right back down. Is she going to go in for it again? She has the legs hooked. Flips her over. Sharpshooter time. Flair, does she have enough? Can she make it to the ropes? She's close. Flair, though, trying to fight it. Not looking to give up. She doesn't give up. But Natalya, was the damage done? Flips it over. Trying to crown a new champion, gets 2, and yes, she gets it done. Natalya wins the SmackDown Women's Championship. What a story for Natalya. Another upset nets her the victory. What a win here. I told you the second submission might be enough, and it was. Charlotte Flair didn't tap out when Natalya got the pin. I think Charlotte Flair might have passed out, but regardless, Natalya with a huge win tonight. She is your SmackDown Women's Champion. We'll see what this match got us. It got us a 3.5 star. A great match. That's very good. I love to see those star ratings. I think a very good win here for Natalya might have helped. And I think that's a very good third match in time for the main event. Well, I originally had Toni Storm trying to call out Charlotte Flair because I thought Charlotte Flair would emerge victorious, but we can still do this. Toni Storm can call out Charlotte Flair and said, hey, you lost the championship. I want the next shot, and we'll have to see what happens with this rivalry. I got a good promo, but I do think maybe we'll give Charlotte Flair a rematch, and then after Flair and Natalya again, we can move towards Toni Storm, maybe getting the next crack at it. Maybe if Flair loses the rematch, they can go on a separate rivalry, and we'll continue with who could be next for Natalya. But I do think Flair and Toni Storm will be a future rivalry here on SmackDown. But it is time for your main event, Kofi Kingston versus Roman Reigns. Well, it's main event here tonight for WrestleMania Backlash. It's a big one as Roman Reigns makes his way to the ring, the challenger in this contest. Yes, Roman Reigns is not the Universal Championship here, or Universal Champion, excuse me, here in MyGM Mode. He started off the top draft pick, was the Universal Champion, but in the very first episode lost the Universal Championship to Kofi Kingston. A huge upset by Kofi Kingston inside Hell in a Cell. Yes, Kofi Kingston beat Roman Reigns inside Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns said, "I want my title back." And he gets the opportunity here tonight at WrestleMania Backlash to knock off Kofi Kingston and look to get the belt back. Well, Kofi won in Hell in a Cell. This will not be a Hell in a Cell match. This will be a traditional singles match as Roman Reigns thinks he is better than Kofi Kingston. We have the opportunity here tonight to prove it as he makes his way to the ring. It's very weird not seeing a belt in association with Roman Reigns, but we are seeing it here right now. And he have a chance to win the gold back as he goes against the new champion in Kofi Kingston. Yes, Kofi Kingston is your Universal Champion. A Cinderella story. Kofi Mania back running wild here on SmackDown as he is your Universal Champion. Beat Roman Reigns for that title, and this one has gotten heated in a hurry as Kofi Kingston looks to make championship defense number one. We'll see if he can do it against Roman Reigns in our main event here on the SmackDown side. I think we've had a very good show so far, but I'd love to see this match deliver. I think this could be a barn burner. Two of our top stars here on SmackDown going at it for the top prize. I mean, this should get us, I'm hoping, at least 3.5. I'd love to see a 4-star match here between these two competitors as Roman Reigns being introduced as the challenger. I don't know when that's happened. Last time this happened was August of 2020. And introducing the champion, yes, Kofi Kingston. It's good to see goal with him as well. So Kofi Kingston will look to defend the gold, though. It'll be his first championship defense. It'll be against the man he beat for the title. So could this be the last time we see Kofi Kingston with that championship as he celebrates here in front of Phoenix, Arizona. So far, all three faces have won the 3 matches. So if history continues to write itself, Kofi Kingston could be the favorite. But if anybody is going to buck that trend, it is going to be that man right there, Roman Reigns, as he gets another look at the championship that he once held. The top prize here on SmackDown is on the line. It is main event time. Roman Reigns, Kofi Kingston for the Universal Championship, and we are underway. Who will walk away victorious in this one? Kofi Kingston quickly drops Roman Reigns. The nice kick gets the early combination, and the champion in control. Kofi Kingston, Kofi Mania running wild as he looks to continue it. Won the championship, but you know what they say. I mean, you can get to the mountaintop, but the hardest part is staying on top of the mountain. And that first championship defense is usually the hardest. Yes, you know, you win the champion. You could say you are the champion, but a lot of people don't really count you as a true champion until you make that first successful defense. So can Kofi Kingston, yes, he did beat Roman Reigns inside Hell in a Cell, which is a huge accomplishment in its own. I mean, I don't know if anybody could really say that, but Kofi Kingston, can he beat Roman Reigns again in a traditional wrestling match? No weapons, no cage to utilize. You just have to beat your opponent. As Kofi Kingston, though, has the early advantage here, while Roman Reigns, on the other hand, I mean, he is ticked off. He's not holding his gold. He's lost the championship, demanded a rematch right after losing it, so he does get the first crack at it. I mean, kind of got to give it to Roman Reigns. He's been champion for so long that, you know, if he loses the title, he's going to get that rematch, and he has it here tonight. Believes he is better than Kofi Kingston and has an opportunity here to prove it. Thinks he is the top star on SmackDown. I mean, he was our first ever draft pick, so, you know, we invested a lot in him, and hopefully he can get it done here tonight as Kofi Kingston makes his way up to the top rope. Roman Reigns is there, and a punch to the face, but Kofi Kingston stays up and hits a crossbody. Nice move there by Kofi Kingston. Nice balance to not be knocked off once Roman Reigns connected with that punch. As now he's looking to take advantage of the challenger. Kingston hits the ropes and connects with a knee drop across the face. Well, Roman Reigns in a little bit of trouble here early. Maybe Kingston just has his number. You know, you beat everybody. I mean, when you beat all the greats, sometimes it's just that one superstar that you just can't beat. And maybe it's Kofi Kingston. Maybe he has the advantage over Roman Reigns here, as he has Reigns up, would love to get a win for the New Day. We saw Big E emerge victorious earlier in the night. Kofi Kingston would love to win as well and celebrate with his companion. But now Roman Reigns starting to take advantage. Has Kofi Kingston up on his shoulders, but Kingston quickly out of the back. Kick to the midsection now, and a neck breaker there on Roman Reigns. Kofi Kingston has looked pretty good in this contest. Quickly going to go back up to the top rope. Roman Reigns back to his feet, but Kofi connects with another diving crossbody, takes down the challenger, and Kingston starting to roll. And a snapmare takes Roman. And now Kingston continuing to work away, gets him back on his feet. Another neck breaker. You can see where Kingston is starting to targeting that upper body, which gives some time for that SOS, or that Trouble in Paradise. But Kingston right now trying to retain the championship, gets two. Roman Reigns does kick out. But Kingston is starting to build momentum. Roman Reigns is in a lot of trouble right now. Kingston's had the momentum, goes for the Trouble in Paradise, but Roman Reigns ducks it, kick to the face. Oh, that could have been the opening that Reigns needed to get back in this contest. Goes for a Superman punch. Don't think he got all of it, but he does drop Kingston. Now trying to win the championship, but kicks at it too is Kingston. But now Roman Reigns has the upper hand, maybe thinking spear, as he continues to taunt away on the champion. Picks him up off the mat. Deadlift powerbomb. A very impressive show of power there by Roman Reigns. And now he's starting to take control, and this is not where you want to be. You cannot let Roman Reigns work his style of matchup. This slow, grinding power. And now he's going to lock in a guillotine, trying to choke out the champion. Can Kofi Kingston get out of this? It's locked in the ring. Kingston not looking to tap, but Roman Reigns just trying to choke him out. But Kingston fights back. He throws Reigns off of him. Nice way to get out of the guillotine, as well as hold on to your championship. As now the competitors are on the outside. Kingston trying to get back in control, trying to get the crowd to clap along with them. Don't know if that's quite the best opportunity right now, as Roman Reigns is back to his feet, but Kingston drops him right back down. And continues to work away on the Tribal Chief. Another right hand shot, another right forearm shot, it looked like. And Roman Reigns could be rocked. Kingston gets him back up, though. Connects with a Hurricane Rana. And down he goes. Another knee drop across the face. Kingston missed the Trouble in Paradise, but it seems like he's kind of rebounded. And Mal just might be looking for that one move. Trying to... It looks like he has a submission in on Roman Reigns. Can't win on the outside, though. Has to pin or submit him inside the ring, but you can always do some damage outside, especially when there is no countouts. Kingston whips Roman Reigns into the barricades. They're now in the aisleway. As Kingston gets him back up to his feet, looks like he's trying to bring it back into the ring. And Roman Reigns will actually go to oblige, but Kingston actually dove over the top rope as he missed wildly. As Reigns smartly got in the ring and now just trying to rest in the corner. But Kingston is back in the ring. He's going to kick him right back into that said corner. But Reigns fires out with an elbow. Back to the center of the ring they go. Reigns catches the kick. Now trying to fight back on Kingston. Snapmare hits the ropes and connects with a big boot across the face of the champion. Roman Reigns very proud of his work now, as Kingston's in some trouble in the center of the ring. Hard left-hand shots from the challenger rain down. And now Roman Reigns lining up Kingston. Might be going for that guillotine again. He has it. Locks in the guillotine center of the ring. Can Kofi get out of a second one? Ref right there in position. Or will Roman Reigns choke out Kingston? Kingston gets turned over. He could be out of it. But Reigns picks him back to his feet. Don't know why he didn't go for the pin there. Maybe trying to do a little bit more, but Kingston gets a little bit of life back, gets out of it, and connects with a neck breaker. I think Roman might have had the cover there if he went for it, but a big opportunity missed. As now Kofi Kingston right back in this matchup, connects with a DDT. Down goes Reigns, and Kingston maybe lining him up for S or Trouble in Paradise, and it connects on the button. Reigns is down. Kingston for the cover. No, at 2. Roman Reigns kicks out. I thought that was it. Kofi connected with Trouble in Paradise, but Reigns took it and still kicked out. What a match this has turned into. This is definitely, in my opinion, been match of the night. I'm expecting at least 3.5 stars out of this one, as this one has been back and forth. Don't know who's going to walk away with the championship. Both superstars have looked good. Was Roman Reigns, though, goes for another Superman punch into the cover quickly. This to win the championship gets 2. No, Kofi kicks out at 2. Stays alive. Roman can't believe it. What a match this has been. But he might be thinking guillotine for a 3rd time. Yes, he has the guillotine on Kofi. Kofi in some trouble. You can see Roman Reigns reaching back, and Kofi taps. Roman Reigns regains the Universal Championship in an incredible main event. It was back and forth. I thought Kofi had it, but Roman Reigns regains the Universal Championship here live at WrestleMania Backlash. All is right in the world for the Tribal Chief as he has regained the Universal Championship. But, kind of like earlier, both superstars at 1 apiece. Roman Reigns is the champ, but you can't forget about that win that Kofi Kingston has. So we'll have to see what's next between these two. But right now it is Roman Reigns who has the gold. And we get 2 stars. 2 stars out of that. Really, only 2 stars. Maybe it's because we didn't really have a rivalry, but they've been going at it back and forth, so I don't really know why we got 2 stars. That's a little disappointing. Well, that brings us an end to the SmackDown side of things. I thought we had a pretty good show, but we'll have to see what Raw has in stores. They're going to start with a tables match of their own. Becky Lynch versus Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship. They have a charity for Lacey Evans, but we'll start off with the tables match, as Bayley is your victor in that one, as that is a 4-star amazing match. How come my tables match couldn't get 4 stars? Their rivalry grows. Lacey Evans in a charity. She did excellent because, you know, Raw just can't miss right now. Red Monsoon and Joaquin Wilde versus Triton and Kyle O'Reilly. I don't know why this is a match on a pay-per-view. Hopefully this is a chance for them to falter a little bit, as O'Reilly and Triton are your winners. That one gets 1.5. So hopefully we can take advantage of that exchange. Aria Daivari calls out Alexander Wolf because why not? It was a weak promo. I would expect it if Aria Daivari is, out of all people, is cutting it. So they had a good first match, but so far the middle not looking too good. Oney Lorcan and Damian Priest teaming up to face Alexander Wolf and Elias. And it looks like it is Damian Priest and Oney Lorcan who are victorious. That one gets 1.5 as well. So we are beating Raw in the mid-card. That's what I like to see. Dana Brooke cuts a self promo. It was weak. So another up for us. In their main event, a tables match for the 10th time, it seems. John Cena defends against Akira Tozawa, because why not put 3 tables matches on the card? I didn't even realize the other one was a tables match. But John Cena gets victorious. Another 4-star amazing tables match. So they might have won in the first and the 4th exchange. So we did win in the mid-card, it seems, but they won in the opener in the main event. I thought we had a pretty killer main event. I don't know why I didn't get more. Actually, also, it looks like Roman Reigns is actually out for 2 weeks with an injury. Yes, he had a little bit of stamina issues going into that. Thankfully, it's only 2 weeks. I think he does need some rest. But he won the championship, so he'll get probably the next couple of shows off. But hopefully we were able to get a little bit more. I thought we'd get a little bit more out of the pay-per-view. But, I mean, it is what it is. We also got a power card. While Raw seemed to kill it, they continue to have more fans than us. But I think we put together a good show. I think we have some momentum coming out of the pay-per-view, as now we are in Pittsburgh, and the next show will be TLC. Triple H says, just a reminder, try to ensure that your opening match and your main event are both stronger than the mid-card matches next time to them. I thought I put on good matches. Maybe I should have put the Women's Championship match in at the opener. Maybe that would have been a smarter idea. So I will oblige. I actually think that might be a good idea. Put the championship match at the bookend. Crowd wants to see a show that starts on a high and ends on a high. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Thanks for the championship rematch. Yeah, no problem, Roman Reigns. Glad you're able to get it done. And your new champion, once again. Good to have the title back in my hands. Thanks again for the rematch, boss. I appreciate it. I'm a little shocked that you looked out for my needs this time. Why? I mean, I invested a lot in you. Kofi Kingston said, I don't seem to realize this, Adam, but I'm a bit of a master on the mic. Okay, so Kofi might want to cut a promo next show. I want to make my mark in a promo during tonight's show. Okay, yeah, I'll let Kofi Kingston get a promo. Maybe he'll call out Roman Reigns. Great, the fans are going to love what I have to say. Well, I can't wait to see what you have to say, too. But I thought we had a pretty good show. Didn't last as long as I thought it was going to last, but fortunately we come out of it. Us and Raw did pretty good, but I think the gap has widened a little bit as they have 80,000 more fans than us. So maybe we'll have to just kind of change what we're doing. Maybe make a stronger opener. That'll help us out, but oh well, now it's building towards TLC. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more MyGM content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.